Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Infinity here. I imagine you guys are pretty fucking tired of this top-down video vlog shit, but, you know, so far I've been like, you know what, Donovan, you know what you're gonna do today? You know what you're gonna do a vlog. That's what you're gonna do today. And then I don't. I just spend the day laying around in my room, and then next thing I know, I'm like, hey, what day is it? Oh, it's 2:30 a.m. on a Friday. You have work at 2 p.m., Donovan. What are you doing? You need a vlog for 5:30. Donovan, what are you doing with your life? Point is that I keep making that sort of dumb mistake. So, speaking of work, I imagine you guys are probably wondering what my first day was like. So, I have a lot of troubles with endurance. I'm really strong, I can do a lot of shit. I can lift a lot of stuff pretty easily. The problem is how long I can lift it for. I can actually lift the front end of my mom's car for a little bit. Maybe 10 seconds, maybe 20, it depends on how much shit she has in her car. But I can lift up a couch pretty easily. Balancing a couch on my own, I can't do that, but I can lift it up pretty easily. Point is, I can do a lot of heavy lifting easily. It's just the length at which I can do it. So I go into work and I'm getting prepared for my arms to get fucking ripped off because of how much I'm going to be lifting stuff, right? That ends up not happening. We have a bunch of crates we're supposed to put up. I put away the crates, we empty out the crates, move them around, all this other stuff. I'm a stock person, so I'm moving all the stuff everywhere. I'm doing everything right, you know? And my arms feel completely fine. I'm like, wow, this is easy as hell. And then it's 4 hours into the shift, I'm starting to get pretty tired, but not by my arms, by my legs. All the walking is fucking beginning to wreck me. 5 hours in, holy fucking shit, my legs hurt like fucking hell. And I still had 3 more hours left of my shift because I work 8 hours. So I'm sitting there what the fuck am I supposed to do about this shit? My legs are not doing okay. This is really bad. So, I was able to make it through the day. It was worse, though, because, I don't have my own car yet, because cars are fucking expensive. So, I had to get my mom to pick me up. So, I'm sitting there, oh, maybe I can take a seat down, at this bench that's right here, maybe at, this pillar that's right there. I look at the pillar, there's ants crawling all over it. I don't know if they're fire ants or not, because it's the middle of the night, so I'm like, fuck that. Look at the bench, big fucking spider on it. Fuck that. I have to walk. I have to, sit there pacing back and forth, because if I stand for too long, if I stand still for too long, my legs start hurting. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, why isn't my mom here? And I'm calling her, I'm texting her and all this stuff. Guess who decided to take a nap, knowing when I'm supposed to be getting off of work? You guessed correctly. So 6 calls and 2 texts later, I'm okay, I'm going to call my mom one more time. If she doesn't answer, I'm getting a friend because my legs are fucking killing me. I call my mom finally. And I'm awake, I'm sorry, I'm awake. And I'm okay. I finally get home. My legs are fucking dead inside. The first day, they were burning, they were on fire. I'm dying from how little I can walk because it feels like they're swollen, it feels like they're on fire. And then, next day, no, now it feels like I'm walking on pins and needles. After your arm or something is numb and it starts to go unnumb and you have that pins and needle feeling in it, that's what I had. And I was like, why? Why did this have to happen to me? And then the next day, it was that, plus, like, feeling like I wasn't even pins and needles at that point. It felt like there was, like, I kept stepping on a tack. Like, just specific areas now. Not like pins and needles everywhere, but like I was stepping on a tack. Like, in certain areas of my foot. Today I was completely fine. Which is great, but I have work tomorrow. Or today, technically, because it's 2:30 in the morning. My work was fine. My work was completely... Okay, scratch that. It wasn't completely fine. Like, I love my job, actually. Like, my job is really easy. I feel kind of bad because customers were coming up asking for help, and I wasn't able to do anything to help them. But, because, like, I didn't know where stuff was, because it was my first day and all that stuff. But, me, in the rush that I was in, and, like, being anxious for my first day and all of this other stuff, forgot to bring food with me. So I have to get someone to go bring me Subway and all this other stuff. I get the Subway, I'm in the break room, I start eating it, it tastes like fucking soap. Anybody out there who works at a Subway or like food preparation place, please switch your fucking gloves. I don't want a fucking soap-ass tasting sandwich. I don't want a fucking clean-ass mouth while I'm in the middle of eating. I'm supposed to be eating. There's supposed to be food there. You don't put food in your mouth and then be like, okay, time to swallow this down with a bucket of mouthwash. You don't do that. And you especially don't do that with fucking soap. Like, why was I tasting soap in my Subway sandwich? Unless you didn't switch your gloves. What is wrong? What is wrong? I just wanted to eat. And I did. I ate the entire thing because I couldn't... I was fucking starving, and I made a mistake by not bringing any money and not bringing the food I intended on bringing. I made 2 mistakes that day. And that was that. And then, like, I was so fucking exhausted. I was so fucking tired. I'm like, okay, I have a water bottle and I have a Powerade because... Thank God the person got me 2 drinks. I fucking downed the water in like a minute. And then I had the Powerade in my pocket. I was going to save it for later. 10 minutes later, I downed the entire fucking thing because I'm that fucking thirsty. The thirst was fucking real in the workplace, okay? That was the worst part. Walking and my food situation. Now that I know the food situation, I can fix that. The walking situation, I was in dress shoes. That probably had something to do with it. So I went out and got myself some sneakers, because I can wear black shoes, just normal black shoes. And some of those, like, foot things that you put in your shoes. Just, yeah. So that should help. That should help. So that's my work day, right? That's my work thing. That's how that happened. So... now we can move on to the next fun thing, my fucking computer. By the way, if this comes up and there's no intro or outro, it's either because A, I didn't have time to put it together in a video and edit, or like I didn't have time to put it into a video editor software thingy and like edit it and render it and all that shit, or my computer is a piece of fucking shit, okay? Like... okay, how do I explain this? My computer's been blue screening a lot lately. A lot of computers blue screen. That's no big deal. You know what I mean? Like, you just restart the computer, it usually works fine. However, I used to have a problem where my computer would just... or like I had this problem where my computer would just start freezing. Like... it doesn't matter what I'd be doing, but something would be fucking devouring the CPU on my computer, and I didn't know what it was. That sort of stopped. My computer was still blue screening. Then, what happened next was the charger malfunctioning. Like, you know how when you have your, like, charger in your, like, laptop, and, like, it bends in a certain way, and it just stays bent that way, and then it just stops working? Unless if it's bent a certain direction or something like that. That's what happened to my computer. Now, that's no problem. You know, you can hold it in a certain way. You can, like, tape it. You can do all this other stuff to make sure it works right. Right? However, like, there's a certain way I can hold it that lets it so the power goes to it, but there's only, like, a certain, super certain way I can hold it so that the full power goes to it. Basically, there's energy going into my computer, but not at a constant rate. And that's a problem, because like, you guys know, like, okay, there's going to be a video coming out soon, it's going to be spoilers for it. If you don't want to hear, like, skip about maybe a minute in, because I'll stop talking about it then. Okay, so I was recording a video with my friend Rory, and I'm suddenly like, oh shit, my computer's fucking dying. And the reason it was fucking dying, while it was actually charging and dying at the same time, was because, like, how do I explain this? Me recording on my computer, or editing videos not editing videos, me recording on my computer, or rendering on my computer, takes away more power from it than it is getting from my broken-ass charger. And that's like I had been recording with Rory for maybe like two-ish, three-ish hours or something like that. We had to take a break because my computer was fucking up beyond belief. But, yeah, that sucked ass, but, like, you know, that's still doable, you know? Like, I can just set it up so it works somehow. I don't know how. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. My computer is in pieces. Not really. It's right there. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to be getting a new charger soon. Hopefully that'll fix the entire problem. But the problem I had was that I was trying to render those exact videos with Rory, and that's when I realized the thing about how my computer's not getting enough power to match the, like, energy absorption that it's getting, or energy depletion it's getting for me rendering videos, was because I was rendering a video, and I'm like, okay, I'll just close my computer, let it render overnight. Wake up the next morning, my computer's fucking dead. And I'm like, well, that's fucking weird, and my computer was charging while it was dead. And I'm like, that's really fucking weird. So, yeah, it's still charging, and it's still working and all this stuff. I turn it back on, and I'm like, well, it's at like 36%, I'll start rendering again. And so I start the rendering again, I look back, it's at like 10-ish%. And I'm like, it's charging! Why is this not working? And that's when I figured it out. That's when I fucking figured it out. So, like, if there's no videos, like, until the next half of this next coming week, you guys know why. Because I can't do this. I physically can't do this. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do besides, do you want me to start recording from my camera phone again? This entire thing has just been an entire rant. That's what this entire video has been. It's just been me ranting about, like, work, about, not work, but my mistakes with work, and then my computer messing up. Oh man, I hate it. I hate it so much, but hopefully it'll get fixed soon. Hopefully. One thing I do know for sure, though, is that this thing is still working, and if it does not, I'll be very angry. Technology doesn't like me. That's the #1 rule for me. And this is just more proof of that. But anyway, that was my first day of work. That was my computer problems. Hopefully all this stuff gets fixed. If not, there's not going to be videos until the next half of this week. Maybe there's still going to be vlogs. But yeah, I hope you all keep that stuff in mind. I will see you guys later.